Hey guys, it's Crystal with Crystal's Journey. Welcome back to my channel. I know. Before you even say anything at all, I know it's been forever. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at it. Okay, so right now I am live on YouTube. So if people start to comment, I will be answering questions. Unfortunately, to the viewers who do the replay, you will not be able to see the questions, but I'm going to interact with people who's live as well. But I just kind of wanted to give y'all an update on everything. I'm so sorry, guys. My friend Shanice, she messaged me. She said, Crystal, she called me. She's like, you need to get it together with your YouTube channel. She's like, you need to be on there. So here I am. She's right. I always feel like, oh, I need to put on makeup and, I'm a first time mom and it's a lot harder than what I thought it was. Hey, love. Hey, Melisha. It's a lot harder than, what I thought it was, even being a stay-at-home mom. I believe this is a boy too. I do. I believe this is a boy, and I will tell you why. Okay, so I'm gonna try to update y'all as much as possible. There are people viewing live right now, so ask me questions, please, if I leave out anything. So we'll start from the beginning. I knew I was pregnant because I was walking through Walmart. I was walking through Walmart and I felt very out of breath. And that's what happened last time. I was extremely out of breath. And then I got nauseous whenever I was walking through and I was like, I need to eat something. And I went to the back and a girl who follows me on Facebook, she said, she recognized me and she said something to me and I said, girl, I think I'm pregnant again. And I was just, just thinking out loud. I wasn't really thinking I was pregnant again. I mean, it came to my mind that I might be, but struggling with 14 years of infertility, I thought, oh, there's no way I'm already pregnant. There's no way that it just happens that quick after so many years of infertility. So anyways, didn't really think much of it. Thanksgiving came. We were at my husband's family's house in Alabama, and he said, why are you walking like you're pregnant? And I said, I'm not. He's like, yes, you are. I was like, whatever. And I said, I am 3 days late. So I said, maybe I should take a pregnancy test whenever I get home. He's like, no, you ain't got to do all that. Because I think we were both kind of in the same mindset of there's no way I'm pregnant again already. So he's like, no, let's just wait like a week or even a month. And I was like, okay, but I knew I was going to take one. So we got back, of course, Thanksgiving's on Thursday. We got back on a Friday. Whenever we got back, I said, hey, I need to go to the dollar store for toilet paper. And I said, I'll be back. So I went and got toilet paper. And of course, I got a pregnancy test too. And I stuck it in my back pocket so he wouldn't know that I got it. And I went to the bathroom. Sorry, it said reconnecting. So I was just holding it there, and I prayed. I said, Lord, just please let me get like at least a sprinkle on there. And sure enough, I got a sprinkle on there. I pulled it out and it was immediate. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant again already. And I kind of freaked out my mind a little bit because I was like, I am pregnant again. I hid it behind my back and Steve was holding Journey in the room and I took it in there and I was like, and he was looking at me like, what are you holding behind your back? And I was like this. And I showed him the pregnancy test. He said, yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to raise 2 kids so close together in age? Oh, this pregnancy has been thank you so much, Adina. Thank you, Francis. I have lost weight and I'll talk about that too. This pregnancy has been so different from my with Journey. I was sick the entire time with Journey, like through it the entire time. This pregnancy, I have only thrown up. I've been very nauseous for the past couple days though. So I'm 12 weeks and 2 days. I'm entering into the 3rd trimester. I could tell a shift in my hormones, but guys, I was so mean this first trimester. It's been ridiculous. Like, moody as crap. I told Steven, I was like, I just don't like you. I'm like, you're getting on my nerves. And he's like, whoa, and anything. I just don't know. Just everything you do gets on my nerves. The way you talk, the way you eat, whenever you drive, just everything is on my nerves. Just don't do anything. I was so mean to him. I just kept on saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. Because there was no reason for me to be that mean because he wasn't doing anything. But it was like I could not control it. I could not control how 1 minute I was laughing. The next minute I was crying. The next minute I was angry as crap. Like, don't freaking talk to me. Yes, second. Thank you for correcting that. Second trimester, guys. I said third. Second trimester. But I was just mean. I was mean girl. I was a mean girl. And I kept on asking the Lord. I said, I'm so sorry, Lord. I'm so sorry. But then I got to a point to where I did also, there's postpartum depression, and then there's like a depression in your first trimester when your hormones do such a shift. And I kind of went into that too, guys. And that was really hard for me because I isolated during that time. I got to the point to where I didn't feel like a good mother to Journey. I didn't feel like I was doing the best for her. Like, she had just really, really shifted. Just like, just, it was the enemy, it was the enemy just like telling me, look, you're not a good mother. You could do this better. You need to teach her more. Guys, I spend about 75% of the day teaching Journey, helping Journey learn, motor skills, trying to get her to walk, reading to her. Lord has equipped me to be a good mother to my children. But I did go through a little bout of depression during this first trimester. But they say that whenever you are mad at the husband, that it's a boy. It's a boy. I was mad at him the whole time. It's a lot better now. Like, he's got some good relief this past week. From my cycle hormones go. Now, somebody did mention that I look like I'm losing weight. I am losing weight. At the beginning of this pregnancy, I was 318, and currently I'm about 305. I will continue to lose weight during this pregnancy because I want to be healthy. Of course, I had a C-section with my last C-section. That's how I said it. Had a C-section with Journey. And then it was pressured into induction whenever I shouldn't have been. And because of that, my body wasn't ready. And so then I was pressured into C-section because they had already started the cervical peel and the Pitocin. And my body just was not ready. And I wish I would have been well informed, but I wasn't. And so because of that, I was pressured into induction, forced to do a C-section. And, God knew her arrival, but I just wish I would have known more. I wish I wouldn't have let the doctor do things at her convenience, and me suffer because of it. So, saying that, I do want to be healthy whenever I deliver. My goal is to be around 260 when I deliver, and that's losing 2 pounds a week. My doctor said it's fine. I can do that. She said it's not a problem since I am obese, as long as the babies get nutrition, which of course the baby is, because I'm still eating healthy foods. I eat healthy foods, I eat vegetables, I eat protein, things like that. I then decided I wanted to go to a midwife for a VBAC, okay? So a VBAC, some people don't know what that means. It's a vaginal birth after C-section, because I felt like I had a vaginal birth. For some reason, I had to look down and do this. That's like me pushing the baby out. Somebody asked, what are you eating to be healthy? So I eat vegetables. I eat protein. and I eat healthy fats, and that's what I eat. A lot of people would call what I'm doing keto. I don't call it keto because I intake more carbs than what people on keto would do, because I am that I am doing a version of clean keto with increased carbs. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not exercising. Look, Journey be having me go like crazy. So that is my exercise. That is all the exercise I will be doing. So going back to VBAC, okay, I went to a midwife, okay, because I wanted to have somebody who would be on my side, to have a modified version, not ketosis. I do, but it's a healthy way because I am intaking more carbs than what somebody would with keto. So I still go into ketosis, but it's already been approved by my doctor. And I know some people disagree because there's so many. That's why I'm kind of like not trying to get all into it, because I'm sure I'm going to have 1,000 comments to say, you should not be doing keto while you're pregnant. But it's approved by, and I need to be healthy whenever I deliver. VBAC, I went to a midwife, okay? And this is sad. I'm not going to cry though, because I did my makeup today and I haven't done my makeup in months. So, I went to a midwife and I sat down with her. She was so sweet. Like, she was the best. So freaking sweet. I was like, I want you to deliver my baby. And she said to me, she said, I'm assuming you're here because you want to be back because you were forced into C-section or induction. I said, that is correct. And she said, I looked at your chart. She said there was nothing wrong with you to where you needed a C-section. You weren't high risk. She said your baby wasn't at risk. She said you shouldn't have been induced. She said, and I'm sorry that you experienced that. She said, I would so love to have you as my family. And when she said that, I was like, it's because I'm fat. Like, that's what I thought immediately. Like, my mind went immediately to the fact that I'm fat. But she's like, unfortunately, because of the fact that you just had Journey on March 23rd of 2018, she said the birth-to-birth time lapse between Journey and this child, she said, I'll tell you in just a second, Geraldine, time lapse is only 15 months. She said, we require 18 months. I'm like, dang it, I'm 3 months shy. And I was like, there's no way. And she's like, no, baby, I'm sorry. She's like, there's no way. She said, like I said, she said, I would love to have you as my patient. She said, but she said, I can't. And so she referred me to all of these people and just like all of these, doctors and everything, and like no luck. Then I came across another midwife who I messaged, and she's willing to work with me. The only thing is it's a home birth midwife. And I would have a home birth 100% if there was not a chance for uterine rupture. But since there would be a chance for uterine rupture, since I just had a C-section, I need to be safe if I'm going to do a V. So it's looking like I will have a C-section again. My due date is, I keep getting this mixed up. My due date is July 28th. Whenever you have a C-section, hold on, because I'm feeling nauseous. Whew. Whenever you have a VBAC after C-section, no. What was I saying? Whenever you have a C-section, after a C-section, they want you to have it a week earlier than 40 weeks. So at 39 weeks, they want you to have a C-section, just to make sure that you don't go into labor on your own. It lowers the risk of you going into labor on your own and ended up having a uterine rupture. So, I'm just kind of having to outweigh the risk with C-section. There's risk with having babies, period. But I just feel like the more that I pray about it, I feel like God is saying, baby, you're going to have a C-section again. So, and that makes me want to cry. It does, because I feel like I was robbed of a chance to do, a VBAC. But I've heard of people doing VBACs, after 2 C-section, 3 C-sections. So I'm going to just trust God, and I believe that that's exactly what the Lord is leading me to do. That is what He's called me to do. But that's what I feel like I'm hearing in my spirit right now. Somebody asked, Geraldine asked, she said, what did you do to get pregnant having PCOS? So my story real quick, Geraldine, I'm going to try to make it short and sweet because I don't want this video to be really long, but the Lord had healed. I had endometriosis and PCOS. I was diagnosed whenever I was around 16 years old and straight at one point. I was bleeding so bad, I was hemorrhaging in the bathtub. And I told my husband, I said, they told me the only way that, I would get any better is if I had a hysterectomy. I was hemorrhaging. This was during the year period of me bleeding. And I was hemorrhaging in the bathtub, and I called my husband upstairs and I was crying and I said, look, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to have a hysterectomy. He said, no, baby, please. He said, come on, let's just continue to trust God. God is going to heal you. Still bleeding. A month later, my husband's a minister. We travel, and we're traveling to a church to minister to the youth. And while we're there, they call us up to pray over the youth. So we're praying over all the youth. Well, a woman comes up to me, and she lays her hand on the small of my back, and she begins to pray. Now, mind you, we're supposed to be praying over the youth. Well, an adult comes up to me, lays her hand on the small of my back, and begins to pray. And whenever she's praying in the spirit. I don't know if you know what that means. I'm not going to expound because I don't want to confuse people. But whenever she's praying, I feel this release come off of me. And I knew at that moment that God had healed me. I knew at that moment that God had healed me. Sorry. I knew that God had healed my body. What if I would have got a hysterectomy, I wouldn't have kids, I wouldn't have Journey, and I wouldn't have this baby. So I know that the Lord had healed me in that moment. I went to the bathroom after a year of bleeding and my blood was dried up. And then from that point on, my periods were regular, But I had never had regular periods. Doctors knew I didn't have PCOS anymore, endometriosis anymore. It was anything that they can explain, but it's God, it was God. It was God's power. It was God's healing power, because the same power that raised Jesus Christ from the dead is the same power that is at work within us. We just have to trust. We just have to be patient. We have to say, okay, God, your timing, not mine, God. Your timing, not mine. So then after that, God gave me instructions, and He said, okay, now that I've healed you, it's time for you to lose weight. It's time for you to get healthy. So it took me 10 years to follow that instructions, or about 9 years, but I was finally obedient, and I lost 70 pounds. Then He gave me instructions to live a more holistic lifestyle as far as taking medicines and stuff, because I had really bad arthritis in my legs from being overweight all my life. And He told me to stop taking all of that Tylenol and acetaminophen and aspirin and stuff like that. So I stopped taking that, and I went more of a holistic approach. And then after that, He told me to go to the chiropractor. Now, this is what's crazy. I'm like, God, the chiropractor? And y'all would think, oh, this is a lot of practical stuff, but God does supernaturally. Well, things supernaturally. Well, let me tell you, God healed me supernaturally. But there's a Godward side and a manward side thing. God's going to do His part, but He is going to expect us to do things as well. Sometimes God just does miracles, things that are miraculous, and He doesn't require anything of us. But then there's some times where God calls us to come alongside Him and do something as well, to put our faith in action. And so I started going to the chiropractor. And whenever I was at the chiropractor, I had a thyroid issue. And so your spine is connected to like all these nerves that control your body, okay? What they noticed at the top where my spine is, where my neck is, that there was a little, okay, there, okay? And that nerve was connected to my thyroid. That was my thyroid issue. Then as you go down my spine, there was at the bottom, there was a little, okay? And the nerve that was connected to that was connected to my reproductive organs. Yeah, connected to my reproductive organs. So, started going to the chiropractor. Didn't see a lot of results. My headache stopped and my neck stopped hurting so bad. But I got tired, and this is petty, stupid excuse, but I got tired of driving 25 minutes for a 5-minute appointment. So I was just like, I am so tired of this. Like, I'm just going to quit going. I'm still going to keep going to the gym, still going to lose weight, still going to do all those things. But I was like, I'm just going to stop going to a chiropractor. I was at the gym one day and the Lord spoke to me. He said, go back to the chiropractor. And I was like, I don't want to. The Lord spoke to me again, Crystal, go back to the chiropractor. I went to the chiropractor back, and a month later, I was pregnant. So that just goes to show that we have to listen and heed to the voice of God. I've told that story again. I know that some of you, I've told that story before. I know that some of you are hearing it again, but maybe we just need a refresher. I need a refresher, on the goodness of God and listening to his voice and being obedient. And that's why I'm losing weight now, even being pregnant. That's why I'm choosing a healthy lifestyle, even being pregnant, because I know that it's what God called me to. He said in his word, he said, beloved, my daughter, my precious son, beloved, I wish above all things that you be in health and prosper, even as your soul prospers. It's something that God calls us to do, is to be good stewards over our body. So that is why I am, nope. Because I'm going to be honest, pregnancy, you can use that as an excuse to eat whatever the crap you want. You want nachos? Get nachos. You want ice cream 3 o'clock in the morning? Honey, will you please give me some ice cream? I want the Grand Slam. That was my jam. Let me just tell y'all. I want the Charlie's Grand Slam kind. Will you stop and give me some ice cream? I'm craving it. You always have an excuse, when you're pregnant to eat however you want to eat. Baby, eat as much as you want. You eating for 2. No, you're not eating for 2, because your baby's going to get the nutrition that they need from your body, whenever you eat. So your baby's going to grab what it needs anyways. So I had to get that out of my mind. The Crystal, it's not okay for you to just eat whatever you want to eat, as much as you want to eat of it. Yes, you're pregnant and people will use the excuse for you, but don't you use it. You do what God called you to do regardless. And so that's what I've been having to do. So, okay, Geraldine, yeah, just message me, love. You can email me and I will send you my number. It's Radiant. This is my email. Radiant, RADIANT, beauty, Radiant Beauty 2010@gmail.com. Okay. Hi, congrats on the 2nd pregnancy. Yay. Trying to conceive baby number 2. Love you. You are such a beautiful family. Bless you. Bless you too, Destiny. Thank you so much, love. And I'll be praying and agreeing with you in Jesus' name that you will conceive baby number 2, carry full term with no complications. But anyways, so that's why I'm eating healthy. And guys, y'all know I am a sweet lover. I love me some sweets. Oh my gosh, I love me some sweets. So what I've been doing is I've been in the kitchen and I've been making some very healthy sweets. I use cocoa powder, coconut oil. I will get some natural peanut butter, some almond butter, and I make all kinds of healthy bark. Okay, rough. I make all kinds of healthy bark. And chocolatey and peanut buttery. And no, it's not as good as Reese's, because y'all know that's my jam. But the Lord is training me. He is teaching me. The Bible says to train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he won't depart from it. I've been telling the Lord, because my friend talked to me about this, I've been telling the Lord, I said, God, you tell us to train up our child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. So I say, Lord, train me. I am your child. Train me in the way I should go, so that whenever I'm older, I won't depart from it. So we could ask the Lord to train us in areas too. So I'm saying, Lord, train my taste buds. Lord, train my feet in the way they should go. Lord, train my mouth to say only the things that you would say. Lord, train my eyes to only look at the things that you would want me to look at. Lord, train my ears to only hear the things that you would say. So, anyways, I'm going to get on here preaching. But I love you guys. This is the update. I feel like I got everything out. I'm going to give about 30 seconds to see if anybody has any questions. And if not, then I will be good enough for here. So just let me know if you got any questions. And this is for the live people. So if you're not live with me, if you're watching this after the live, you can sign off and put questions in the comments. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. I love y'all so, so very much. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all following my journey. I am so incredibly sorry for keeping y'all hanging for so long. Again, I was isolating. I was a little depressed, but I'm back on here. I am going to try to be more consistent and at least give y'all a video update at least once a week. Okay. I might not have much to say, but I will try my best. So feel free to post any comments below, questions below, like this video, don't like this video, whatever you feel. Please subscribe. I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. Be blessed.